These are my predictions for the England Premier League match day 10, starting with the Crystal Palace vs Tottenham game and till the final match, Manchester United against Manchester City. If it is your first time, I welcome you to click the subscribe button, join the amazing family. Today we are having a guest predictor here. That is Hunter himself, Bandit Hunter, dropping the predictions. I'm dropping the predictions. You get to get a different perspective of how the matches are going to be ending. So Hunter, if you are there, quickly say a shout out to our members before we get started.
Hello to our fans out there. Welcome back. I hope you had a blessed week. And right now here we have worked down our toil to give you the best. And I hope this weekend, in God's faith and Allah's faith, we might get something back to you.
Definitely. Thank you, Hunter. Thank you, Hunter. Now, before we get started, today we are trying to get 5,000 likes in this video. So if you're watching the video, please go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe. So Hunter, Crystal Palace Crystal Palace against Tottenham is our first match, and let us get it rolling.
Okay, Palace, just to give our fans an overview, Palace stands at position 11 with 12 points, Spurs at position 1 with 23 points. Looking at the two teams with the current form that Spurs are in, I'm backing a Spurs win in this game, definitely. And I'm going for a scoreline of Palace 1, Spurs 2.
Okay. So for me, if I look at the Crystal Palace vs Tottenham game, I realize that Palace are going to be missing two key players, that is Eze and Michael Olise. And so I don't think that Palace are going to be in a position to score a goal. That is why in my scoreline prediction, I'm for Crystal Palace 0, Tottenham 2 goals. And my betting tip on my side is a double chance on Tottenham. Tottenham to win or a draw to occur.
Definitely.
And then when it comes to players to score, who do you think are going to be scoring in this particular game?
Okay, the player that I'll back up is Son Min-young. He's a player that has been on a good form. He's the captain of the team, so I expect him to carry the team up front. Then also their key player maker, that is James Maddison. I expect him at least to give some assists in the game. So Son Min-young and James Maddison are two players to watch on the Tottenham side. Then on the Palace side, I think we should go with the Eduardo, at least to try to trouble the back line of the Spurs, definitely.
Thank you. And now, we have Chelsea vs Brentford coming up next.
Okay, just to give an overview or an highlight, Chelsea stands at position 10 with the possible 12 points. Brentford position 14 with the possible 10 points. So looking at the head-to-head of both teams, Brentford has been a thorn on Chelsea's flesh over the years, because if you look at their head, Chelsea lost, that is the last game, then the previous game they drew, then another game they lost. So the last win that Chelsea won against Brentford was back in 2021. So that's a key stat to mention. Of late, Brentford have gotten the better side of Chelsea. But with the current form that Chelsea are in and the confidence that is starting to build up in the team, I expect them to get their first win from this game against Brentford. And I'm backing a Chelsea win. And my scoreline prediction will be Chelsea 2, Brentford 1. Definitely.
On that one, we disagree. I don't feel that Chelsea are going to be walking away the 3 points this coming game. Because, I'm looking at Brentford and I believe that they always have a way of taking advantage of Chelsea when Chelsea is not performing at their very best. And right now, Chelsea is not performing at their very best.
Definitely, but with the draw against Arsenal and the win that they had previously against Burnley, I think that's the confidence that Chelsea needed, at least to bounce back into their winning ways. And also, sure bet that you can go for our bookies out there. You can go for over 2.5 goals, because definitely both teams will score, will get the goals, because Chelsea, they're really sloppy in the back line, but also they are able to score. So definitely an over 2.5 goals won't be bad. But looking at the two teams, I expect Chelsea to carry the day. Back to you.
So your scoreline prediction, Chelsea vs Brentford?
Okay, I'll go for a 2-1 in favor of Chelsea.
Your betting tip?
Okay, you can play an over 2.5 goals or Chelsea win. But definitely over 2.5 goals will be safe.
Okay. So for me, Chelsea, Brentford, I'm going for a 2-2 scoreline. That is a draw. And my betting tip is going to be an over 1.5 goal. Then we have Bournemouth vs Burnley coming up next. Not Bournemouth vs Burnley. I believe it's Arsenal against, let me get
Sheffield
it right.
United.
Yeah, Arsenal against Sheffield United.
Definitely. Looking at the both two teams, it is high-flying Arsenal against struggling Sheffield United. Sheffield United, Arsenal stands at position 3 with possible 21 points. Sheffield, they are at relegation bottom. That is at position 20 with 1 point. Just to look at the two teams, when I looked at the head-to-head, that is how the two teams have been faring on. And when they met, Arsenal have been getting the better side of Sheffield United. They always score 2 goals plus. That definitely it means that Arsenal always win the game with a maximum of 2 goals moving forward. So I expect Arsenal to get a comfortable victory against Sheffield United, with the Sheffield United struggling so far in the Premier League. They're yet to win any Premier League game. So I expect their deep in form to continue, and Arsenal at least to kickstart and get back to winning ways. And I'm backing an Arsenal win with a scoreline of 3-0. Back to you.
Definitely. That is an easy meal. Go ahead.
And my tip would be Arsenal total 2+ goals. That is an over 1.5 in favor of Arsenal. That is Arsenal total goals will be 1.5. That is 1.5 goals. Definitely. Back to you.
Thank you for that one, Hunter. This is definitely going to be an easy one for Arsenal, just as Hunter has mentioned. And only God knows to which extent, Sheffield United are going to be beaten by Arsenal. But I believe it's going to be a regulated 3-0 victory on Arsenal's side. And my betting tip is an Arsenal win. So our next game that we do have lined up is going to be Bournemouth playing against Luton.
Sorry, Bournemouth versus Burnley. Sorry, just to correct that.
Yeah, thank you for that one. Thank you, Bournemouth versus Burnley. Last time we made a mistake, and I realized that was in terms of the logos of the teams. But thank you for that that correction. Bournemouth versus Burnley.
Yeah, definitely. If you look at both teams, Burnley stands at position 19 with possible 3 points. Bournemouth stands at position 19 with possible 3 points. Burnley stands at position 18 with 4 points. Mm-hmm. So both two teams are really struggling. This is a match that is going to be tough on both sides. And to my tip, I'll go for an over 1.5 goals in that match. Yeah, because it will be safer. And my scoreline prediction, I'm predicting a scoreline of 1-1. That is a draw of 1-1. Back to you, Mark. Then just to note, a player to mention on the Bournemouth side is Solanke. And on the Burnley side is James Trafford.
Wow. I also think that the game is going to be ending at a draw of 1-1 because, both teams, they almost of the same characteristics. And right now, they're both kind of struggling and, kind of stuff. So my betting tip, though, is going to be, I'm going for the underdog. That is Burnley to win or a draw to occur. That is going to be my betting tip.
Definitely.
Now, the next game we have is going to be Wolverhampton playing against Newcastle. That is 12th against 6th. Yeah,
so definitely Newcastle, they've been shaky of late because I expected them to win in the midweek, but of which they lost to Dortmund, in which they were really frustrated by the defeat. And also, I expect them at least to bounce back into winning ways. Mm-hmm. And also, they're meeting in a team that is also not in a good shape, but they're really coping well in that the last 3 games, they have won the last 3 games. So there's confidence in the Wolves side. Mm-hmm. Although they started on a low key, but now they're starting to pick up. Mm-hmm. So these are going to be a tough game, and I expect goals to be scored in this match. But with how Newcastle have fared and with the frustration they had in the midweek, I expect them at least to push to victory. And they'll be having a narrow win against Newcastle. And my betting tip will be an over 2.5 goals or a Newcastle win. And I'm going for Wolves 1 and Newcastle 2. Back to you.
Definitely, my scoreline is also Wolves 1, Newcastle 2. And my reason is that if you look at the two teams, the 1-1 scoreline has been very common between the two teams.
Definitely.
I think it has occurred 5 times or 6 times. And then
6 times.
thank you for that one. Thank you for that one. It's 6 times. Yeah. And then you will also realize that Newcastle, coming into this one, when we are looking at their Premier League side, they are unbeaten in their last 5 Premier League matches. So I believe that is an important factor to consider. And I believe that if you consider the attacking power, that is Newcastle and Wolverhampton, you will realize that Newcastle, they are better than Wolves this season when it comes to attacking. And so definitely that's why I back them to be able to get a win or a draw.
Yeah, definitely. If you look at the Premier League, that is the start, you'll find that Newcastle are the first in the amount of goals that have been scored in the Premier League this season.
Definitely. That is why we are relying on that one. Now the next game we have lined up is going to be the match West Ham playing against Everton.
Yeah, West Ham are at position 9 with 4 points. Then with 14 points, sorry. Then Everton at position 16 with 7 points. So if you look at West Ham, they've lost their 2 games. That one they lost in the Europa League, and also they lost away on weekend to Villa. So I expect them at least to bounce back, but they are missing in a team that is very stubborn. Mm-hmm. That is Everton. Mm-hmm. Everton is always stubborn. Mm-hmm. But I expect at least West Ham to, with the quality that they have, I expect them to win this game. But what I'm backing on is an over 1.5 goals in that match. That is my betting tips, is an over 1.5 goals in that match. Then my scoreline prediction will be a narrow win for West Ham with a scoreline of 2-1. Back to you.
That is good. Just to mention, West Ham have scored in all their Premier League matches this season. And so I am counting on them to score again against Everton. So to me, I'm going to be betting on a scoreline of 3-0, and the betting tip is over 1.5 goal. The next game that we have lined up is Liverpool playing against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, Liverpool, if you look at Liverpool, they're on a fine form in that they've been winning games, and I expect them. Liverpool, first of all, they're at position 4 with 20 points. Nottingham Forest to 15 points. Position 15 with 10 points. Nottingham Forest, I think they'll be frustrated with not winning the last game. They were out. Remember, they were leading at 2-0 until the 80-something minutes that they conceded the 2 goals. So these are worrying concern for the manager and the defense, in that they lost concentration moving towards that game. And I think this is something that Liverpool need to capitalize on, because Nottingham Forest, they tend not to concentrate in the match fully. So with the Liverpool's quality, I expect them to win this game comfortably. Although Nottingham Forest somehow always frustrates this bigger side. They frustrated Chelsea, they frustrated Liverpool last season, but with the quality that Liverpool has, I expect them to win this game. And I'm backing a Liverpool win in that point. That is a tip. And with a scoreline of 2-0, that is Liverpool 2, Nottingham Forest 0.
Wow. I see we also agree on that one. It's evident that Liverpool are going to be winning with a scoreline of 2-0 because, anyway, it's Liverpool. Liverpool has to win. And by the way, I think they're going to be winning comfortably just to ensure that they're putting pressure on the teams that are currently on top of them. That is Arsenal, Tottenham, Manchester City.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, title contention, stuff. So Liverpool scoreline prediction 2-0, and the betting tip is a Liverpool to win. And I believe they're going to be winning by a big margin. There's also a possibility they will be winning at halftime.
Definitely.
Now, the next game we have is Brighton playing against Fulham. That is 7th against 13th.
Yeah, so Brighton are... They played on Thursday, so that's a factor to consider. Maybe they might be having fatigue, but I think they need to bounce back. Remember, they lost against City last weekend, so I think they'll need to bounce back. But the betting tip that I'll go for here is an over 1.5 goals. And with the quality that Fulham has, Fulham tend to be really stubborn. So I expect both teams at least to score a goal. That's why I'm backing an over 1.5 goals in that match. But if my scoreline prediction will be a Brighton win with another win of 2-1. Back to you. But my betting tip is over 1.5 goals.
Thank you. Once again, we agree with Hunter that the prediction for Brighton vs Fulham, it's evident that a 2-1 scoreline is the most promising one. And my betting tip is going to be my betting tip is on a Brighton to win or a draw to occur. For Hunter is on a over 1.5 goal. Now, the next game that we have, second last game for the weekend, Aston Villa playing against Luton United. Playing against Luton.
Aston Villa, I must give credit where it is due. They're a team that is high-flying, and I must congratulate their manager, that is Unai Emery. He has done a good job since he came. They're in a good form at home, especially at home. They broke a record last weekend, and I expect them at least to continue with that of their strength. They had a game yesterday, and I was watching their game, and they really performed meticulously well with the hammering of Eze Alkamar, and I really loved what I'm seeing in the Villa side. So I expect goals to reign in this game. And with the Luton side, they tend to be stubborn, but I don't expect much. Villa definitely will cruise to victory and continue piling pressure on the teams above them, and at least counting on their chance at least to get to push for a European spot next season. So I'm backing a Villa win. The tip is a Villa win in that game. And my scoreline prediction will be Villa 3, Luton 1, definitely. Because if you look at Aston Villa, the first games that they have played, they always concede. In that they score goals, but they always concede. That is something that I've come to watch in their game. Because yesterday also, they scored a lot of goals. That is 4 goals.
But they conceded.
They conceded 1. So also against West Ham, they also conceded, but they scored 4. And they also conceded. So over 2.5 goals is evident, and a Villa win is safer in that match. I expect Villa to go cruise the day and carry the day. Back to you.
That is evident because after all, you know that Aston Villa are 5th, then Luton are 17th. So in fact, considering the home fact and the disparity in terms of a Premier League experience, there is no better option than backing an Aston Villa win. So my prediction is Aston Villa 3 goals, Luton 0 goal. My betting tip is Aston Villa to win at the end of the day. And finally, we have the biggest game of the weekend, Manchester United. Hold on, come up again.
It's a massive game. And every fan out there, they're really looking forward to that game. Every fan, everybody, almost everybody worldwide, they're looking forward to that game, definitely. And I'm also looking forward to that game because that is my team playing on that day. And I know also you as a Liverpool fan, you'll also be backing your City side at least to win. Okay, you can just take the show, then I pick it up from there.
No. Before we get started, there's no way I'm going to be backing a Manchester City to win. I don't want them to win. In fact, I want a Manchester United to win so that, the title contention can be fair, can be a bit regulated. So to me, I'm not backing. Like as a fan, I'm not betting on Manchester. I do not want Manchester City to win as a fan. But, at the end of the day, after making analysis, we will be forced to go with the most pragmatic betting option. So, Hunter, pick it over.
Okay. If you look at both sides, United stands at position 8, while City stands at position 2. United, possible 15 points, City, 21 points. Looking at the two teams, they played their games and they won the past 2 games. That is at the weekend and midweek. So I expect a tough game here. And looking at the form that United are in, they're a bit shaky. They don't have that shape and structure because if you look at the midfield, they don't have the numbers. They're confused in that there's a change in the backline system. That in that the manager at least to get to have his good tactical overview of the team, and that also has affected the goalkeeper. In that if the manager keeps changing your backline, at least you don't get to communicate with them well. You don't get to understand their chemistry. So that's a concern to United. They're not in shape now, and that's why I'm seeing City will win. And if United are not careful, City may crush them with a big margin scoreline in that game. But my betting tip will be an over 2.5 goals in that match. And in that match, I'm backing City to win. Although it is painful for me, but as a tipster, I've checked the two teams. I'm backing a City win with a scoreline of 1-2.
So Manchester United 1, Manchester City 2.
Yeah. And my betting tip will be an over 2.5 goals.
Thank you. One thing that is evident in the Manchester City vs Man United match is that both teams to score, to me, seems to be a promising option. I know very well that Manchester United in their last match they played, we had the likes of, these two members was stepping up and, performing above expectation. So I think that is going to result into some kind of positive energy that is needed to play against an opponent like Manchester City. So I believe Manchester United...
United need to rely on Marcus Rashford. He needs to come back on form, and Holland also needs to step up in that game. At least I expect them at least to build that to get United at least a win or a draw in that game.
Definitely. Anyway, at the end of the day, both teams to score seems to be very, very, very much promising, and the winners to be there in this particular match. So based on those two opinions...
Just a start to back your opinion. Is that none of Manchester United last 21 matches have ended in a draw. None of them.
Thank you. So it's a Manchester.
There must be a winner there.
Yeah, and the winner unfortunately is going to be Manchester City with 2 goals, Manchester United 1 goal. Although for me the betting tip that I am backing is an over 1.5 goal, which is just a safer option of yours.
Definitely. Then just to wind up or to conclude.
Yeah, before that, I know you're going to be giving us a summary and that is what you're heading into next. But I need to remind our members that if they find the video valuable, entertaining, informational, educative, don't forget to subscribe, drop your predictions in the comment section, and let us get into the final section of the Premier League Match Day 10 predictions. Hunter?
Yes.
Yeah, you are free to go ahead.
Okay, to our tips out there, I'm backing in just games to highlight for you that you can pick easily on. A Liverpool win definitely is good. Then a Villa win definitely is also good. Then you can also go for the game against United City. You can go for another 2.5 goals. Then Arsenal Sheffield, you can give Arsenal total goals to be 1.5 goals. That is Arsenal to score 2 goals. That is definitely, it is evident. Then, I think those options will be good. Then also another game you can back on is Wolves Newcastle. You can go for another 1.5 goals. The backs you much better.
Definitely. So that is it. That is that is Hunter's summary of the best games. I think you will be seeing them on the screen. And most importantly, I think that that being said, it's now upon you to decide how you're going to be betting. Select a few matches. You can try them all. You can just use the opinions and get to figure out how you are staking this particular weekend. And that is it. We only wish you the very best, and we'll be seeing you soon with the Germany, Italy, France Serie A, Spain La Liga predictions, match days for this weekend. So Hunter, final words before I end the show.
Okay, what I can tell our fans is that try in as much as to enjoy football sometimes. Don't gamble too much. Try to at least get to analyze the teams and take notes of key highlights. In that, if you're looking at the teams, take into account the injuries that the team have, the current form that the teams are in, and also get to know about the trips that the teams are in, like the teams that were away in the midweek, the teams that are played in the midweek. You have to consider that, because with the fatigue, traveling, and they need to recover and regroup again and get to get a result again. So those are factors that you need to consider. Back to you. I have no much, just to thank our fans for their time and let them keep watching and keep subscribing. Back to you.
As Hunter said, it's very much important to ensure that you keep supporting, you keep sharing the video, you keep subscribing, and that is very much that you need to be doing. And we will also be doing our part. So until the next video, keep it safe, stay responsibly, and until next time, goodbye.